I had a teacher tell me I was checking in late, and I'll never forget it. She said, "What are you doing? Why don't you just go work in the coal mines like the rest of your family?"
Oh, hell no!
What's up, YouTube? Coming at you today with another video. So what I want to talk to you about today is just kind of my story and how I got to where I am. So born and raised in Virginia, had two older brothers, and pretty well played sports all through elementary school, mostly football. And then around middle school, 8th grade, I started missing a bunch of days of school. So I got asthma, had my tonsils removed, so just a lot of health concerns, 8th grade. So I ended up transferring from a public school, because I missed all those days, to a Christian school. So once that year was up, I guess my mom decided that I needed to go back to the public school. So I started 9th grade, and I ended up missing a bunch of days again. So I had to repeat the 9th grade. And let me just tell you, I'm not the best student academically. I don't know how I made it through high school, but that's what's going to be interesting to you, I think. When I was in, like I said, 8th grade, I got to 9th grade, missed a bunch of days, had to repeat it. And then the next 9th grade year, I didn't do so hot. So I had to repeat it again. I loved it so much, I took it twice. So now they put me behind on my classes. And I wasn't a bad student. I just was sick those couple of years, and then just didn't try. So it was probably my 11th grade year when I had a teacher tell me I was checking in late, and I'll never forget it. She said, "What are you doing? Why don't you just go work in the coal mines like the rest of your family?" And I was completely taken off from her saying that. And I don't think I've shared that with a lot of people. And the motivation that gave me after she said that, it completely changed me, and it still changed me today. So it pretty well, my philosophy in life is I don't do things to prove it to myself. I do things to prove it to other people, because honestly, I know what I'm capable of doing. It's the people out there that doubt me are the ones that I want to show. Like, "Oh, you think I can't do it? Watch." So after my 11th grade year, going into my 12th grade, they started a new program at the school, so I could take after school classes my senior year, just to catch up and graduate with my class. So once that started, my senior year, I was taking 4 classes after school just to catch up, because of me repeating the 9th grade twice. So I was there till 6:15 every day to make up those credits. But I knew, like, that's determination I had then. Like, okay, I got to get this done. I can't be messing around. If I want to graduate with all my friends, this is what I got to do. So guess what? That's what I done. Come about a week before school, I got my report card, and I failed keyboarding class. Not computer, it was keyboarding. So therefore I was a credit short and I couldn't graduate with my class. I was like, holy cow. I didn't realize it till the end. So they walked, and I was pretty well heartbroken at that point. I knew I wanted to go to college. Like I said, I got two older brothers. They went to college for a couple semesters and pretty well to play flag football, let's just be honest. And they won the championship. So it's like, okay, we won flag football at a local community college. We're done. Nah, but yeah, it was. Once I knew I wanted to go to college, and I just didn't know how, because I had no one to. My family is no one's ever went. So I was the first generation to go to college like that. But I needed some help because I was pretty well lost at that point. I didn't have a high school diploma, and I had no idea how to get in school. So luckily I had a good mentor or mentors to help me. They knew that I was interested, so they ended up helping me get into college, taking a couple classes, and I ended up taking like a psychology and sociology class, transferred those credits back to my high school to get my high school diploma, and then from there it was pretty well, I was on track to my doctorate degree. So I just needed a little bit of help to get started, and you know, I'm so thankful for them today, helping me achieve what I did. I know I put in the work, but if it wasn't for their help kind of guiding me, getting me in school at the time, making it possible, then I wouldn't have known how to do it. So it was pretty well used those words of, why don't you quit school and just go be a coal miner like the rest of your family, to proving it to her that I could do that, whatever else I wanted to do. So I mean, once I got rolling in college, it wasn't a problem, because I went all summer school. I didn't take time off because I wanted just to keep going. I wanted to graduate. I wanted to get that degree, like I said, to prove to her and everyone else like that I was capable of doing it, even though, like I said, I knew I could do it. And end up getting my associate's, bachelor's, and then my doctorate, and being the first one in my family to graduate, and kind of setting the standards now. My niece's nephew, my daughter, showing her she could do it. College is not scary. It's just you have to, once you get in, it's pretty automatic. And sometimes we need that help getting started, especially if you're like me, the first generation graduate. That, I mean, it was going to happen. I was determined to make it happen, and that I did. But I had a lot of help along the way. And I appreciate each and every one of them. I would be here, this video would be hours long if I mentioned names. They know who they are, who is always in my life and helping me through, helping me study for those tests. Just because we sometimes get stuck where we are, that it doesn't mean we're there permanently. And our history doesn't always predict the future, because you can always change that, and people do it often. So get your butt serious, If you want to go to college, get some help. Ask people, that's been there. Hey, how do I get started? What class should I take? People are willing to help you. You just got to be willing to put in the work once you get in there, because it's not easy, or everybody would do it. There's only 10 to 15% of the population that has a doctorate degree, and I'm one of them. But I know I worked my butt off for it too. Look at the timing of this. We only got one shot at this life, and how ironic. I'm talking about pursuing your dreams with a funeral going by. But go do whatever you want to. Be happy. Don't let other people tell you what you're going to be. Like, that's not what needs to happen, and you don't need to let it. If I would have listened to her, I'd have probably been working in the coal mines. There's nothing wrong with that. I am from a family of coal miners, but it just wasn't me. I've shoveled coal before, been in the mines, but I knew I didn't want to do that. And I don't know if I was more motivated in proving to her, that teacher, I don't know if I should drop her name here or not, but you know what? It's Miss Streets who told me that, and I want everyone to know that, because I was mad at her at the time, but if it wasn't for her, I wouldn't have pursued everything I have. So thank you, Miss Streets, for telling me that day. I don't know if you were joking when you were saying it to motivate me, because that's what you surely done, or you were serious about what you were saying. However, I'm not holding it against you. All I can say is don't judge people, because one day it may come back and they create a YouTube video talking about how you put them down in school. So just y'all be careful, you never know. But yeah, that's the story of my academic career, or pursuit of my degrees, and my motivating factor. That's one thing I will never tell someone, like what they can and can't do. Because if you were raised with me in school, I wasn't the best student. And when I talk to people now, they're like, yeah, I bet you made straight A's in school. No, I didn't. Like, a lot of people don't know this story, and I always tell them, no, my high school dropout, because technically I failed to graduate, therefore I didn't go back to high school, so I pretty well dropped out after I didn't get that credit. So if I can go from a high school dropout to getting my doctorate degree, you guys can achieve whatever it is you want to do. Just don't settle. And times are going to be hard. Like, you're going to have to change a lot about who you are, because college is not high school, obviously, right? What I mean by that is you're going to have to study. High school is pretty well, hey, come do the work, let's get you enough information to get you passed, and that's what most students want to do. They just want to pass. You have a lot of students some students that want to excel, which is awesome, but for the most part, high school is not like college. Colleges, remember, you pay to go to college, so if you don't pass, you'll just repeat the course and nobody's feelings are hurt. Like, I don't want to say professors don't care in college, because they do. They are willing to help you, most of them, all that you need. But if you end up not doing your work, not turning in assignments, they don't care to drop a 0 in there. You're not getting a 50, you're not getting a retake. You're going to get the class again. And all it takes is one of those classes to really mess up your schedule and put you back a whole nother year as far as graduating, getting into your career, and making that money. I mean, honestly, that's why you're going to college, right? To make that money. So don't put it off. Don't delay. And when you're in college, like, your whole mindset, demeanor, attitude, you grow up quick. So they will, I mean, I kind of look at it as like the military, because they definitely change your thinking, your perspective on life, like all that. So don't sleep on it. Get all you can from it, because just remember, one day you're going to have to apply it. So learn it. But yeah, that's pretty well what I wanted to share with you guys today. Just my story, and to let you know, like, don't ever give up. Don't let people label you, because they don't know. And it's sad that it still happens today. So go out and achieve what you want to, and don't worry about everybody else, because they're still going to be there, and there's still going to be doubters. Just go prove them wrong, because you know what you're capable of doing. Just go do it. Alright, well, in there, and I will see you in the next one. Tell you what, why don't y'all just go ahead and hit that subscribe button down at the bottom, and hit that like. It don't cost you anything, and it helps me out, and I do appreciate it.